a minute. So yeah, I mean that's the cover of the Roll 6, the National Standards for Driver Training. So again, you can download that.
Yeah.
And print. I mean, I print it and put it in here because I can obviously, you know, use it quite a lot. And this is this.
Yeah.
This
is in there.
Is in there.
Okay.
So that was chapter 7, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, read that chapter. Chapter 7's like the national standards, and I think chapter 8's the standards check.
Yeah.
So so what, you know, when you pass all this, read the standards check one as well. Well, read it all.
Yeah.
I would. But yeah, let's chuck that in the back. Right. So let's have a little think then.
Okay.
So. Going to do rural roads. We've already talked about the route before coming on camera, and because you don't know the area and you're a bit worried about getting lost, it's fair enough. You've had to travel quite a way to get here, so I totally understand that you haven't had time to drive around here before getting here, so that's fine. So I've looked at it, and I can help you and give you a route. So I can sort of say, you know, we're gonna, at the end of this road, we're gonna be turning left, and you could just repeat that back to me as if I was your pupil. So I can definitely help you with the route. And we'll keep it quite simple, because if I throw you on this long elaborate route, it's going to be like a always changing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're never going to know where you are or what's coming up around the next corner, or how sharp the bends are, or what. You know, I could take you through a fall and you'd be like, oh, if I'd known that, I'd talk about that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
what we're going to do, like a lap of the same route.
So we'll keep it short and simple, just so you can get the basic skills in.
Yeah.
For your lesson. So let's talk about what would you include in a lesson of rural roads if I'm a pupil that's not done this before. So I haven't done rural roads yet. No. So we could say I'm at the train stage, so I can drive. You know, let's say we've done junctions, we've done roundabouts, we've done traffic lights. I've done a bit of driving in the city. I haven't done any rural roads yet, and let's say I haven't done dual carriageways. So I've just let's say I've done about 10 hours.
Yeah.
And you're going to introduce me to rural roads.
Okay.
So we don't want it too hard, do we? That route. No. Just want to, because you were saying about single track. I wouldn't. No, I think it's quite hard. All the meeting places, that's going to be quite difficult, isn't it?
Reverse and stuff like that if you needed to.
So we just really, we're thinking about, what are we trying to include in this lesson? What is different about this? I've done my roundabouts. I've done like driven around 30 limits. I've been in the city. I might have done 40, a bit of 40 limits. But rural roads. So what's the big sort of, what are we going to be talking about? What's the content of that lesson?
Anticipation.
Yeah, good.
And preparation. Preparing.
Yes, yeah.
What could,
preparation for the hazards. Yeah. So we're going to look at anticipation. What else would be in there? What sort of, sort of brainstorm it. Just don't worry about saying anything. You won't get anything wrong. Just say what you think. What would be in there? Let me just think. I was going to
say concealed entrances.
The lesson plan I was just talking about.
Yeah.
So like breaking it into phases.
Yeah.
Well, the second sheet on it, it's just like a blank.
Yeah.
So we can put the lesson theme in there, then just brainstorm.
Yeah.
What would we put in it?
Okay.
So let's do that.
Yeah.
I'll get a just blank sheet of paper. And then we can sort of build a plan, content. Then we can think about the order and how we're going to structure it afterwards. So let's just sort of brainstorm.
Okay.
All these, just put under there. So, get a pen. rural roads. So that's kind of the theme of the lesson.
Yeah.
Not done it before, so new topic. So you said anticipation, so let's just slap that on there. What else would be in that lesson? What kind of content stuff?
Looking at concealed entrances.
Yeah. Should we put that as hazards?
Yeah.
What do they have to pass on their theory driving test?
Has perception.
So hazard perception, that would
Yeah.
help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so we can do some hazard perception, different types of hazards.
Speed.
Yeah, we're going to be going quick, aren't we?
Yeah.
Potentially. It's just faster moving roads, faster roads, speed limits.
Yeah.
What is the speed limit on a rural road? Because I might, the
60.
people might not know that.
60.
And what is on, what features have we got on rural roads that I'll have to be dealing with today?
You could have tractors, couldn't you?
Tractors, so hazards like that.
Yeah.
Bends.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a 60 limit road,
You don't want to be doing.
and I've got a nice long
Yeah.
straight at 60 with a 90-degree bend at the end of it,
Yeah.
how do I do that?
You want to be reducing, don't you?
Well, I
Limit
hope so.
points.
Yeah, I hope so.
Limit points.
Yeah. So bends.
Bends.
So we wanted to add to a corner limit point.
Yeah.
What's the rule with regard to speed? Regardless of the speed limit, what does the highway code say that we must do?
Drive to the. Oh, God. Drive to what you can see.
Yeah, rule
Yeah, what's it
126.
called?
We must. So that's a law in it.
Yeah.
Once it says must in the highway code in red,
Yeah.
that's
Must.
an offence.
Yeah.
So we must be able to stop
Yeah.
within the distance.
Distance.
Well within
Yeah.
the distance,
Mm.
seen to be clear.
That's it. That's
So if I can't see round that corner,
Yeah.
I've got to be able to stop, even though I'm on a 60 limit. That's the law. I
Yeah.
must be able to stop with it. There could be a broken down car.
Yes.
So getting rule 126 and
Yeah.
speed. So let's put speed / rule 126
Mm-hmm.
in there. How to deal with the bends and
Yeah.
how to judge, because the bend is the problem. The solution is kind of the limit point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how do I judge that? Yeah, we've talked about other things like at junctions. How would I get out, walk across, drive across,
Yeah.
roundabouts? We've talked about blockers
Yes.
and all these kind of things that help me. Well, the limit point is kind of going to make me go, oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how I judge it?
Yeah.
Whereas, I didn't know. How would they know that? They wouldn't know that, would
They
they?
wouldn't. No.
So we're kind of just sort of saying the obvious, but it won't be obvious to them. That
Oncoming.
they must be able to stop.
Oncoming traffic.
Yeah, oncoming traffic. The features narrow roads. I'd avoid them on an introduction because how hard do we want to make it?
Yeah.
Just ease them into it.
Yeah.
So our route planning would have to be quite careful as
Yeah.
how we're going to do that. Could just build it up with quite wide rural roads, introduce them to the fastest speed limits first.
Yeah. So it doesn't have
Just
to be country lanes. It could be
acclimatise them.
just out of the city or not out of the town.
Yeah, wide so people
Yeah.
could overtake if I'm not making progress enough, just to
Yeah.
ease me in, and that would sort of gradually build up to bendier roads, dips, more hazards, finishing when I'm not saying in this lesson, but because I'd go on rural roads many times in my lessons, but sort of ultimately I need to be able to cope with narrow roads, passing places, national speed limit, making sufficient progress that I'm getting on with it, but not so fast that I'm going to kill myself or go off the road, but not holding enough traffic. So that would be quite, that's a,
Yeah, and also
more of a challenge.
Also, if they meet any like horse riders, they need to know what.
Yeah, exactly.
deal
So
with
that if your route took us past areas where we might find horses riding, you'd include that when you say, well, what are we going to do about them? Because one minute you might be saying blind bend, you could toot your horn, and you say, well, hang on a minute, what about the horses? So it all needs
because they
to
need
be
to
in
know
the
because
plan,
they ain't got a
wouldn't it?
clue, have they? Really?
And how much clearance. So there's lots, isn't there? So that, write that down. Horses, how to pass horses. Because how many times on driving lessons do people get taught how to pass horses? Normally the first time they're doing it is when they're on their own, revving the engine.
Yeah.
Like getting too close, not really getting it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure if you talk to any riders of horses, how annoyed and how flabbergasted they must get that other drivers thinking, do you know what, they're not giving this. This is a horse.
Yeah,
that's
you
a
can't
bit
treat it as a car.
could
and give
react.
only a door's width.
and they're just like whipping past me in a little narrow gap.
Yeah.
Whizzing past, and they must be thinking, do you know what, you're putting my life in danger here. And cyclists, they like not happy, are they?
No.
When cars whiz past in narrow gaps and don't leave much clearance.
Yeah.
So it's our job as the instructors to expose them to this stuff. Then what are the chances of them getting that on their test? Minuscule. But we need to go and we could today. You could cover that in your brief, for example, or one of not maybe the first lesson because that would be quite hard. But at some point you would cover it. But then you go out and there's no horses. So on my lessons we've done hours and hours and we never found the opportunity.
No.
But you've covered it.
Yes.
And you've said
and hopefully
what
it's sunk in. Yeah.
So hopefully when that happens, I think, do you know what? I know what to do. I know what to do in this situation. I've got to give them clearance. I'm going to look at the horse rider and see if they give me a signal. They might ask me to stay back. They might say pass. They might want to control their horse first. Yeah, we're just going to kind of work with them, but we're not just going to go in gun ho and just. So all that kind of stuff. There's loads, isn't there? Loads of content that we've got, and in the scope of a 1 hour lesson, you can't cover it all.
No.
So you have to think, well,
what's the important
bits do I want that bit?
Yeah.
You mentioned anticipation. Have we talked about OAP?
Yeah.
So I put that as OAP, observation, anticipation, plan.
Yeah.
So we can just put that in a nice, simple system.
See, I'd say that's probably one of the high things, most important things for them to know what's coming.
Yeah. So
around the corner.
If we had
Assuming-
OAP,
Yeah.
OAP has a perception. They kind of link up, don't they?
Yeah.
Bends and speeds.
Yeah, they're important.
So horses, we think, well, how long do we want this briefing to be? Should we just say, well, we've missed that one out?
Yeah.
So
Just give them some homework to find out as well.
Why not?
Passing horses.
Yeah, exactly. And so get them into the highway code, get them looking at it.
Yeah.
Make it easier from say, well, I want to do next week we're going to be doing rural roads, and I just want you to look up Rule 126 for us.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a girl I know who's doing a bit of driving lessons, and she's doing a theory. She said that I got 31 out of 50, but she says I don't really understand it though. So they're doing like that rote learning, aren't they? They're just doing it by memory instead of actually.
The instructor can sort of bring all that to life. The hazard perception part and signs. You could be bringing in road. You could be asking me what all these road markings mean. We might have solid lines.
Yeah.
And you could
That's
say,
with road markings on there as well. It might have road markings.
Yeah. So road markings, signs, hazard.
Yes.
Road markings, signs.
Yeah.
Because while we're going along, if we had a solid white line, you could ask me, well, what do these mean? I might know or no overtaking, but then you could ask me what the exceptions are. I don't know that. And so you can cover these things in briefings. You can cover it while you're out on the road, and this is why route planning is important, because you kind of think, I know what's coming up. I've thought about this. I know in a minute we'll have a nice long straight road, solid white line. I'm going to talk about that when we do that section, if I can. If there was something to deal with more pressing, you'd deal with that.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a bit on sort of brainstorming your ideas, getting them down,
like a
good
mind map,
content. Then you can just think, right, I'll do that, and what order will I do it in? And now I plan my route to make that fit, and it'll all come together like a jigsaw. And that's kind of the process that you're going through. It's like homework for your. When we do our lessons as role play, but then more so when you've got your real pupils. You know, that's sort of what's expected on the pink ticket, on the training licenses, that you plan lessons. It's part of the national standards for driver training that you do that.
Yeah, of course.
So there you go, a little brainstorm.
Yeah, good.
So of course, so we've agreed that we'll cover, what percent we agree, the additional speed limits, the rule 126, we can get in there, and the hazard perception, the OAP as well. Can we get those sort of things in?
That,
so do you feel happy to sort of give me a briefing on it?
I'll give it a go. I'm not completely confident.
Yeah, no, you kind of like.
But I always give it a go.
It's your first one. You're on the spot. You think, okay, and I'll just be a pupil. And if I think, oh, you're not
can I
covering
just use
something,
that?
if I as your pupil, if I think, oh, well, there's something missed, I'll just ask you. I say, well, how will we do depends. How will I judge the speed if you don't cover it? And then you can think, oh yeah, I'll prompt you to cover the bits that I want to know. You know, just to give you a chance if you forget. So don't worry about forgetting. I can kind of guide you.
Okay.
As your pupil.
Right.
That makes sense.
Okay.
A little drink. First.
Yeah, it's important to have water when you're teaching, because you do get a bit dehydrated.
Just don't drink it while they're driving.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your brain.
Do you know why you shouldn't drink it while they're driving?
Yeah, it's against the law. It's illegal. Yeah. And also, if you need to intervene, you've got something in your hand. Yeah.
Well, that accelerate, you're going to get wet.
Possibly, yeah, you're drinking.
Well, it'd break and knock your teeth out. And it's
I've
illegal.
been watching a bit of that Martin Clunes.
All right, that Warren. I haven't seen much, but I've heard about it. I know this guy said, I've been driving 5 hours now. When am I actually going to get to drive? He's sitting in the passenger seat with a turning mirror, signal, steer.
It's quite fun, actually.
I don't know if
it gives driving instructors a bad name.
I don't think it passes standards check. Then he used to be able to go and do all his errands, going up the tip and stuff.
Let's just go and pop here. I need to, en route, let's just do this.
Go shopping. I mean, that's bad, isn't it? Then, bad.
Does it happen?
We've had pupils come to us and said, my instructor, he goes in, he put in the supermarket and says, I'll be back in a minute, and goes off 20 minutes later. You're like, you're joking, you're paying for that? Yeah,
of course.
Unbelievable. Goes in, gets an ice cream, got all ice cream down his shirt. It's like, we've had some horror stories from our pupils. So, you think, what is going on? But the pupils are doing the right thing, they're leaving, they just won't put up with it.
No, that's good,
So, you can't.
People
if you
want
take
value
the
for their
mickey out of
money.
your pupils, they'll walk very quickly. So you've got to be professional, look after them. Okay.
Should we start the brief?
So so I've never done rural roads before.
Okay.
We're going to do a bit. And Monroe, haven't done my copper drill.
No. All right. Hi, Howard.
You alright?
Yeah, good. You feeling alright?
Yeah, good.
Looking forward to today's lesson?
Yeah.
Good.
As always,
So, let's just recap. Last week, we done roundabouts, and we kind of almost mastered that. So,
that's alright,
and we spoke about going on to rural roads.
Yeah.
Do you know much about rural roads?
Well, I've never been a passenger.
Yeah.
And I know what they are. Hazardous, I guess, like narrow, isn't they? And bendy.
So what kind of things have you seen on them roads that you think, didn't expect that to be around that corner? Or
well, potholes, I guess.
Yeah.
I know people moan about potholes.
Yeah, potholes.
And it could be narrow, couldn't it? That's the thing that would worry me. Narrow roads.
It's how to deal with narrow roads, isn't it? With oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
Slowing down and making sure that you're not going at speed there.
I guess you get tractors.
That's right.
Maybe.
Cows.
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose you could do. Yeah. But it's straight out of a field.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we need to anticipate things like that on the road, don't we?
Yeah.
So we use OAP. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Observation. We spoke about OAP.
Oh, wait, no, we did roundabouts last week.
Yeah, well, we spoke about OAP.
Oh, I've forgotten. I don't know what IOP is.
So it's
Old age
observation.
pensioner.
Yeah, observation,
Yeah.
anticipation, and planning.
Oh, so not old age pensioners.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. So what is it? What is it? What?
Observation,
Right.
anticipation, and planning.
Oh, that must have been
So we're
something
gonna
else you
bring-
told that
yeah.
to. You didn't tell
So-
me that.
Okay, so we're going to bring that into.
All right. Okay.
So,
All right. Yeah.
so we're going to observe. Yeah. Do
Yeah.
observations, and we're going to anticipate what could be coming.
Okay.
And then we're going to plan for it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Of course. And also we're going to bring in hazard perception.
Yeah.
Have you done any yet with hazard perception online at the moment? Have you been practicing that?
Online. Oh yeah. Yeah. If I'm getting ready to do my theory test.
Yeah. And how are you doing with that?
Yeah. No, not so good actually. Now you say that. Sometimes I get 0. Like.
Because there's some
I'm
clips
thinking,
on there.
where you're supposed to click for the hazard, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm seeing the hazard all the time. Yeah.
No. But you've been practicing them? Because obviously some clips do in towns, but some clips will be rural.
Yeah, no, I've seen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen those. Yeah,
Okay.
the rural ones.
So maybe today.
Yeah, sometimes I thought, well, what was
Yeah.
that? What was the hazards?
So on this drive, we could possibly point out some hazard perception
Oh, right, yeah.
that might come or that might occur while we're doing this lesson, can't we?
Okay, yeah. Cool.
So-
So hazard perception, that'd be good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd help me. Yeah.
Okay. And we need to know what speeds. Do you know what speed you can do on a rural road?
40.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the normal speed limit on a normal road?
40.
It's 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you can go 60 miles an hour,
my mum said it was 40.
but you wouldn't want to go. You don't want to be going 60 miles an hour if there's bends to deal with. I'll tell you what.
40 miles.
If I just get my visual aid out, I'm going to go to the back here, and we've got some signs.
Oh yeah, I'm learning them.
Yeah. So if we just go through here and just some of the things that we might come across. Okay. And if I just
I know that one.
yeah.
That's warning for cyclists.
Okay. So have you seen this one before?
Yeah.
Okay. So a
That's a warning for
yeah.
horses.
warning for horses, for bends. Yeah, so we'll be looking out for
That's a right bend.
Yeah, so we'll be looking out for
Cows.
cows. That's right. Well done. So
Old people.
Yeah, maybe that'll be more when we're in like
Is that the
villages.
OAP one?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And
No,
this
I'm
one?
only joking.
And this one?
I know what that means. That's an uneven road surface.
Yeah. Okay.
Road narrows on both sides.
That's right. So you're actually doing quite well, aren't you?
Yeah.
And obviously we need to abide by speed limits. Maybe might have no overtaken in certain areas.
Oh, is that no overtaken?
Yeah. Okay. There's quite a few here, but as you've been practicing, when there might be
I don't
junctions.
know what that one is.
That's electricity pylons.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So just what we could do. I'll tell you what. If you find that in the highway code and search up for me,
Oh, yeah.
and do a little bit of homework with
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I've got a highway code.
Yeah, good.
I'll look that one up.
Look that one up. And also with junctions.
Yeah.
We need to be aware that there could be junctions for people pulling out. So when you're going around a slight bend, there might be a junction, and they might be pulling out of.
What, this one? So there's a bend.
There could be crossroads, or there could be, T junctions. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Lovely. So what? So yeah. So. Why did you get this out? I think you were talking about speed limits, weren't you?
Yeah, and also I just wanted to introduce as well signs as well that we might come across.
You were going to talk about speed limits.
Yeah, we're talking about
You
speeds.
got that because you were going to show me a sign. I think because I didn't know what the speed limit was. Isn't there like a national speed limit sign?
Yeah,
I think that's perhaps where you were getting that.
that's why I got out.
I thought it was.
Yeah. You know, you're really advanced. You're one of the top pupils. You are. You're really good. So
Well, I'm just helping you out.
Yeah, that's good.
Because you were about to put it away, and we haven't talked about why you got that book out.
Thank you. This sign here is
Right.
a national speed limit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go from,
Yeah, that's 40, isn't it?
that's 60.
Oh.
That's 60.
Why didn't it just say 60 on it then?
But yeah, so we'll have speed limits, and then this one here will indicate that the end of the speed limit that we're in, and we're in roads that we can go up to 60 miles an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fast, isn't it?
That is fast. So you know we won't be going 60 miles an hour to begin with.
Okay.
Okay. We'll keep at a speed where we can judge what's going to be happening, so we can where the OAP comes into it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, 60 is quick. Isn't it?
60 is very quick,
Especially
on
a sharp
roads.
bend.
Sharp bend. That's right. So
Okay.
we'll be dealing with bends as well, and limit points as well.
What do you mean?
Limit points is when we're driving around. Can I just come up? Okay. Can I just get you to explain limit points, because I know you're an expert on that.
All right. Yeah.
Just you explain that, and then we'll go back into.
Do you know why I'm an expert at it?
Because you had to do it.
So I've done it like about a billion times.
Yeah.
But
I've seen your videos.
I never used to be an expert at it.
No.
I used to like be just like you and think I don't know what to do.
I know that obviously with limit points that you can come out further and see the road open up, and then when it's
So we'll revisit that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
okay. So let's just say that you'll explain that bit to me, because I'm not completely sure of how to give that across to you. So I'll see that on the video back.
All right. Did you want to stay out or roll? Just
Yeah, stay
and then
around
I'll
that.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you grab your little bit?
Yeah, of course. Now
Because-
show me that. That was my brief,
So
and then you just show me how you would do it now, please.
yeah, I will. And just sort of some things, because you got the pictures out, the signs,
Yeah.
didn't you? And I got some of them wrong, and you said good, well done.
Okay.
So
Which ones did that?
so I just thought I didn't do it in roll.
No.
So I thought, well, we just better go back.
Yeah.
Because there's some common questions that are incorrectly answered.
Okay.
And so when I pointed at,
Yeah, that's no
one.
cyclists.
what did I say?
That's cyclists.
I said, oh, that's a warning for cyclists. Is it?
No. That's
So I'm
not.
wrong. That's one of the ones I got wrong when I'm practicing.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just really to make sure you're listening to what they say,
Okay.
because I said, oh, I knew that one. That's a
Yeah.
warning for cyclists. No, it's
No.
not. And then you brought me over. Where did you bring me over?
What I should have done is I should have said an O is for an order, and triangle is for a...
Well, yeah. If you brought me to this page,
Yeah.
you sort of got me
that's-
to
yeah.
understand what the
Yeah.
signs mean. What the signs,
Yeah.
because that's that's step one, isn't it?
Yeah.
To know what the shapes mean.
Yeah, of course.
And so I don't understand that. I just see a cyclist
Show them on the video.
and say
that page.
yeah. So I think I did,
Yeah.
but there you go. There you go. so and then I
You
then
tried to trick me, didn't you?
what did I say about that one?
The road narrows.
Yeah, I said, oh, the road narrows both sides. Is it?
No.
What is it?
End of dual carriageway.
So so you know it,
Yeah.
but I'm getting them wrong.
Yeah.
And it's your job
To tell you.
to
Yeah.
correct me, because I don't know.
No.
I don't
Okay.
know. So yeah, so that was that, so you could make a bit of a thing of that. So hang on a minute, it's got the cyclist bit wrong.
Yeah.
Just okay. What I would have done there, I said, sorry, what was that you said, Howard? I'd be like, oh, that's warning for cyclists. Okay, so what does that one mean then? That's the same. I'm like, are they? What
Yeah.
are their different shapes? Do you know about the different shapes? I'd be like, no. I just thought that was a warning for a cyclist.
Yeah.
Okay, well they can't both be. One of them is, one
Yeah.
of them isn't. And I'll be like, no, I don't. So there you find the gap in
Yeah.
my knowledge.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you could explain triangles, warnings, circles are orders,
Yeah.
negative orders.
Yeah.
This is a page of negative orders,
Yeah.
and then we've got a page of positive
Yeah.
orders in the round blues.
Mm.
So then I'd learn something. I think, oh right, okay, oh that's good. So if next time I get that in my theory, I'll be like, oh, I know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, just
Because the knowledge. Yeah. Okay.
But the reason you got the book out was because I was asked about speed limits, and
Yeah.
you went, oh, I'm gonna, because you started to say, oh, I'm pretty sure we're out finishing your sentence. You were going to talk about national speed limits, and you got your book, and then you got distracted and didn't. The reason for getting this book out, and that's why in roll I was saying, what don't what are you doing? Why have you put that away?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to show me something to do with speed limits in it. So that's why.
And
I did
obviously
that.
your knowledge on that, you thought it was 40.
Yeah. What I say, we need to get into to that, don't we? It's because my mum told me. My mum said on a country road it's 40.
Yeah.
So that's where I got that from.
Yeah, of course.
So she drives at 40. She thinks it's 40. Don't know why. So that's what I think. So you could correct me, and then I'd go correct my mum.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So, yeah, we're gonna do a briefing on. Oh wait, no. What are we doing?
Just a briefing on what I was doing.
On the whole thing. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. No, do that. No worries.
Okay.
So I'm done. I might leave that up there in case that comes up. But I'm just going to use that.
Okay.
I'm going to. I guess my preference, and it is my preference, is because I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to build it in front of you. You know, I don't know, if like a presentation starts off blank, and someone with a PowerPoint, they show it, they reveal a point, and then they talk about it. Then they reveal another point, and they talk about it. And then a picture might come up, and they talk about it. And it kind of, rather than present everyone with all the information, which these books do, don't they? They hit you with like a page full of information, which is great. It's good for you because they're like keynotes to do a presentation. You can walk me through, like, we're going to do this bit, and that's fine because they're like little memory joggers, keynotes for you to keep you on track. Whereas when you know, like a musician, or if I know the words to the song, or I know all the notes, but I don't. All I need is to present it. Yeah, I'm no longer thinking, oh, hang on a minute, what does OAP stand for? I need to look it up.
Yeah, of course.
So they're kind of like good to get you into it. So my preferred style is just to have a blank, and it might just be a blank picture of a roundabout or whatever we're doing, then build on it. To save me drawing a roundabout. Because I'm going to just talk about bends and things, I can quite easily just draw a bend on here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I just need a pen. So yeah, obviously I'm in the wrong seat, but that's all right.
That's fine.
I just brief from here.
That's
so
fine.
so right, we're going to do. It's kind of in roll. Going to look at rural roads today. You've not done them before. How are you feeling about it?
Okay. What
challenges do you think rural roads will present to you compared to the roads you've done so far? What's going to be different, do you think?
I've never done them before, so I'm not really completely sure.
Have you been a passenger on rural roads or been a cyclist on rural roads?
I've been with my mum.
Yeah. Cool. So what do you think?
Sometimes they seem quite, when you're going quite fast, then it can be a bit like, oh, don't know what's coming.
Yeah. So there's faster roads.
Yeah.
Good. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Because you know what the speed limit is on a country road, a rural road?
Is it 40?
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be 50. Could be 60. So the maximum speed limit on a rural road could be 60 miles an hour. And if you think about, rural roads, what they look like, they can be narrow, can't they? farm vehicles on them, hazards. So that's sort of we're going to talk about some of those hazards and how you can judge your speed as safe, so you're at a safe speed on a road that could potentially have a speed limit of 60 miles an hour.
Okay.
So that gives us some challenges, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To think about. So if let's talk about, because we talked about speed limit, what would a speed limit sign look like for a national speed limit? Do you know that one?
I think I do. I think is it a circle, white circle with black line?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So if it's, let's put it up here. So if we've got a circle, if you've got a sign that's circular, what does that mean?
It's a warning sign. Is it warning?
No. What other shaped signs we got? Like that one.
Yeah,
We've got a triangle.
Yeah.
So out of those two, which one's the warning?
No, that one.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's it. So if a triangle pointing up is a warning, what would a circle be then?
An order.
That's it. Yeah, good. And you've got two types of order signs. Do you know what they are?
No.
Okay. So some circular signs have a border with a red, like a red circle around it, and some are blue. So you get a circle sign. Actually, this is where I'd show you the pictures of my drawing. They ain't got colours on it.
No.
So get to the. There you go.
So it's good to have
So
that,
yeah.
isn't it?
So look at my picture. So some circle signs have a blue.
Yeah.
And some circle signs, like see that one. What does that blue circle sign mean there? What's that one with a 30 in it?
That means minimum 30.
Yeah, that's good. You know this. So minimum, you must do at least 30. So that's like a positive order. You got to do 30 at least. Less traffic, move slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like through a tunnel or something like that, they might keep you going near airports and things. But if we compared that to, it'd be nice if I had a matching 30. I haven't. Look, I've got 120.
Yeah.
So what does that one mean?
That means you can't go faster than...
Yeah, so that's an order, and it's like a negative order. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Do not do this.
Okay.
It's like because it's red. So if it's circular with a red border, it's telling you not to do something. And the one that's the odd one out, this one's odd, isn't it? So what?
Yeah.
And that's the one you
That's
just
the one I
described.
said, yeah.
So that is, I forget. Did you know the answer? I forgot
I
what you
did,
said.
yeah.
So what is the speed limit if you see that sign?
Yeah.
What is
See,
it?
my dad's a lorry driver, and he there's a sign like he drives 7.5 ton, and it had a circle around it. Does that mean he can't go down there?
Oh, if he's got a weight restriction, I think we've got a picture of that one. Well, there's one with a 3-ton weight restriction. So what do you think? If you were driving something that weighed 4 tons and you saw that sign, what's that sign telling you?
You can't.
You can't. So if you
If
drive...
I was 3 ton, a bit like that, I suppose I can go up to 20 miles an hour. So up to 3 ton can go through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you went over 4, if you were 3.5 ton or 4 ton and you
Yeah.
went down there, is that an offence?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's an order, isn't it? So that's how you can use those signs.
Yeah, okay.
So does that make sense?
That helps, yeah. Thank you.
Good. So national. So we just had a little revise on signs. So national speed limit sign. You said, what did you say it was? 40.
60.
Oh.
I said 40. You said it was up to 60.
That's it, right? Yeah. So it is 60 on a single carriageway road.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean when I say single carriage road?
When it's just got one lane.
Yeah.
One lane.
So opposing traffic
Yeah.
can come down it.
Yeah.
And what would be a dual carriageway? We haven't done dual carriageways yet.
Two lanes.
Yeah, there'd be some kind of
carriageway.
divide between the two carriageways.
Yeah.
So it's national speed limit on dual carriageway. What would it be? Do you know?
I haven't done that yet. So
That'd be 70 miles an hour.
70. Okay.
Just to let you know that the national speed limit is either 60
Yeah.
or 70 if you're driving a car.
Okay.
Now your dad driving a lorry would be different.
Yeah.
So if ever you drive different class vehicles, you need to know what your speed limits are.
Okay.
So it'd be worth looking at highway
Yeah,
code.
good.
I won't get into that now because you're not going to drive a
No,
articulated car anytime soon, are you?
no,
Or a van.
no.
So if you do drive a van, you need to know what the speed limits are, so it's different.
Okay.
Maybe that'll be your homework.
Yeah, thank you.
You're going to buy a 3.5 ton van and you're going to go on a country road. So next week, tell us, look it up
Yeah.
and tell me what the speed limit is. Is it 60 or is it different?
Okay.
All right. So we went off on a little
Yeah.
speed limit
Yeah.
sign. I know out of roll. I
Yeah.
did that because
Yeah, that's
it
good.
come up in my thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
it takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I did plan to do a 10-minute briefing on rural roads, and I've just used 6 minutes
Yeah.
explaining signs. But that's client-centered.
Yeah.
That's what I needed. I
Yeah,
didn't know,
yeah, exactly.
and you filled in the gap.
Yeah.
So the plan has now changed,
Yeah,
hasn't
that's
it?
good. Yeah.
And while I'm out, right, this is why you have to be careful in your part 3, because if you've got you've got your hour, and you've got your little plan,
And
and
it goes wrong.
you want to make
Slightly.
sure that some of these questions you might think, I'm going in there, I want to stick to my plan, I don't have to go off a tangent and do all that.
No.
So you'd make sure they know.
They know that. Yeah. Okay.
The lesson before you say,
Yeah.
right, so we know what speed limit, we're going to go country
Yeah.
roads, and do that at the end of the lesson. So oh no, yeah, I know that, you explained
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So if there's any presentation work before, do it. What we're about to do is do a presentation on bends and limit points. I would do that before the lesson. I would say to the examiner, I'm going to go on rural roads. I've already given them a briefing on limit points and
Okay.
bends.
Yeah.
Save a bit of time
Yeah.
so we can just get out and do it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want a theory lesson.
No.
Or he or she,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
examiner, will be
Yeah.
like, what's going on? You're running the clock down here.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So
20 minutes gone.
So right, anyway, get back into it. So where was I? Yeah, so we've done speed limits and we
Yeah.
talked a little bit about hazards. So my next question to you then is, if you're on a country road and the speed limit is 60,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a nice long straight road, potentially we could do 60 miles an hour. You've not done that before, so I'll ease your speed up
Yeah.
so you feel comfortable. But what about when you come to a bend? How are you going to judge a safe speed for that bend? How do you think you'd do that?
Just slow down.
Yeah, good. You're going to slow down. But how much? 40 miles an hour? 30, 20, 10? How do you know?
About 20.
You could.
Is that slow?
And that could be too slow.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
another bend, that could be way too fast.
Is it signs? Looking at signs?
Could let's look at a bend.
Yeah,
So let's
okay.
look at let's say I draw the road,
Mm-hmm.
got a long straight, and at the end of the road there's a bend like that. Steering wheel's in the way. So there's our bend. So let's say we're driving here
Mm-hmm.
in that direction towards the bend.
Yeah.
Now on the left side, because we're in the country, if you just sort of look across the fields here, see the hedges going
Yeah.
through that field. What do you think those hedges are? Why do you think they put the big old hedges up through that
Is
field?
that to stop wildlife coming across?
Well, it's the road.
Yeah.
That's where the road is. There's two
Okay.
hedges and the
Yeah.
road runs between it.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to a farmer about a bit more why they do that. I think it's so they don't lose all the soil, so the
Okay.
winds don't whip across,
Oh, right.
and to keep animals in and
Yeah.
things. But quite a common feature of a country road is hedges
Yeah.
down the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were driving down here, you wouldn't be able to see across this field, would you? Because
Okay.
the hedges are quite high,
Yeah.
and you can't really see around that. Well, unless you've got X-ray vision, you
Yeah.
can't see around that bend, can
No.
you? And you're on a national speed limit road, so that it was nice and straight. It was a lovely day, and you got up to 60 miles an hour. And now
Yeah.
you're coming into this bend. So you said about signs. So let's just do a little bit of revision about road marking. So if you've got long lines and short gaps like that, what does that?
That means a hazard
you.
is coming up.
Good. And if there were short lines and long gaps like that, what does that mean?
No hazards.
Low hazards.
Oh, no hazards.
There's never no hazards,
Okay.
unfortunately.
All right.
Never ever. What if there's no line at all? No centre white line in the middle of the road?
I'm not sure. Can you explain?
Well, it just means that they just haven't put the divide there.
Okay.
Just
Alright.
it's it's not
No
there.
need. Yeah.
It's still two-way though. Often people think narrow country road, no
Yeah.
centre white line. This is a one-way. It's not. They're always two ways.
Yeah.
Expect to see someone come the other way. They just don't put the centre white line if the road's narrow.
Yeah. I was
So if there's not
thinking
really
that,
enough. If you've got a centre white line, you can think, oh, there's room for two cars sort of
Yeah.
to pass. No centre white line. You think, do you know what? If I meet someone, I might have to slow down or stop.
Yeah. Or I suppose if you was on that side, you might actually be almost too close to the centre. Sorry, at the end.
That's it.
Okay.
So the roads we're going to go on today will have centre white lines.
Yeah.
And will be wide enough. You won't. I'm not going to take you into little narrow
No.
country roads
Okay.
today. They're a bit trickier.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Mm.
Got cars coming at you at 60 miles an hour with nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So we'll build up to that. Okay.
Gradually.
So so good. Do you know about your road markings?
Yeah.
Warning sign.
Mhm.
What shape?
Yeah. Triangle.
With a bend on it.
Yeah.
So there we've been warned that there's a bend. You might also have that on the road.
Yeah. Slow.
Slow. Do you know what that stands for?
You did tell me. Can you just remind me?
Speed low.
Yeah.
Observe warning.
Okay.
So you normally get this slow on the road near a warning sign that
Okay.
there's a bend or a crossroads or some hazard approaching. It might say slow twice.
Yeah.
So basically, the more paint, the more hazards you're approaching.
Okay.
The more signs, the more
That's
paint.
good to know.
On the bends, you could have a long sign with black and white arrows
Mhm.
going across there. So what does that mean?
It's a sharp bend.
Yeah, sharp deviation to the left.
Yeah.
Cool. So all this information, signs, road markings, is kind of saying to you as a driver,
You'd be
it's a hazard coming up.
Yeah.
You better get ready for this.
Mm.
You need to be prepared.
Mm.
So the question is, how do we know what speed to go around the bend? You sort of said 20. It could be. That could be too slow. It could be too fast.
Mm.
So the way we're going to judge it is as you drive towards this bend, because of this hedge, you can't see round
Yeah.
the corner. So you'd be sat there. So if you think of your limit of vision, you'd see sort of to that point
Yeah.
on the near side. Then your vision would continue through to there,
Yeah.
and you'd have a point on the offside.
Yeah.
So these 2 points converge to what we often call the limit point.
Okay.
So because we're looking at down as a
Yeah.
bird's eye view,
Mhm.
what you would actually see is that.
Okay.
It's like an arrowhead
Yeah.
where the points converge.
Yeah.
And we just call that point where the near side and the offside meet the limit point.
Okay.
It's the limit point of your vision. It's the furthest point of uninterrupted road surface that you can see. Okay?
Yeah.
And what the highway code says about that is regardless of the speed limit, that you must, so it's a law, you
Mhm.
must be able to stop well within the distance seen to be clear.
Okay.
So you must
Yeah,
be able to
see.
stop,
Okay. Yeah.
because let's say there's a broken down car here
Yeah.
out of your view,
Mm.
and you're doing 20 and he just pops out, whoa, could you stop at 20 where have you got 2 car lengths to stop
No.
him? So it could be too fast, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So as we see the limit point, we've got to say, do you know what? I don't know what's around that corner. I've got to be able to
Yeah.
stop in case.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay. Now, as we get closer to this bend, when we're here and you're sat there, what's going to happen to your view?
It's gonna get wider.
It is. You're going to see around there now.
Yeah.
So the limit point's there and there. So
Yeah.
effectively, the limit point's moving.
Okay.
And if you can always stop within the distance seen to be clear, you're going to be at a safe speed.
Okay.
Okay. So as you approach the bends, if it's a sharp bend, the limit point would just be fixed. It's not budging. You're driving nearer and nearer towards it, like as if you were driving up to a stationary car.
Yeah.
It's just not moving. You're
No.
just getting closer and
Yeah.
closer. You're going to have to stop, otherwise you're going to run into the back of
Yeah.
it.
Of course.
Okay, but then you get to a point where the limit, the view starts to move.
Mm.
So at that point you can think, oh, do you know what? I'm at a speed I can stop. The bend is moving. I
Mhm.
can change gear and go around the corner
Okay.
at that speed.
Yeah.
So you're not going to look at your speed limit.
No.
You're going to look at your limit point and follow that.
Right. Okay.
So often I might describe to look, there's the limit point. It's fixed. Brake.
Right.
Keep braking.
Mm.
Keep braking.
Mm.
And then when the limit point moves, we're going to get a gear. We're going to get off the brakes. Going to get a gear. I'm going to drive around the corner
Okay.
as the limit point moves, and we'll match the limit point around the corner.
Right. Okay.
And we want to get why do we want to get a lower gear if we're reducing our speed?
Because it gives more control.
That's it. It'll give you more stability through the bends, and it means your exit will be
Smoother.
more progressive.
Okay.
So if we're in 6th gear and we exit a bend at 20, when you put the foot on the gas, what's going to happen if you're in a high gear?
There's no
nothing.
no
It's
reaction.
like just nothing.
No.
And we want some response in the car so we can exit the bend. Because if we go slow off a bend, off a blind bend, and someone behind's coming in quick, what
They're
can
gonna
happen?
catch us up.
Yeah, I could hit you.
Yeah.
You know, if they come round too quick. So we want to be safe on the exit. So once we got round that bend at a safe speed, then we can add the speed back on.
Yeah.
So our speed will be at its lowest point before the bends. Match the limit point, accelerate away.
Okay.
And that's how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So I think we'll spend a bit of time, rather than introduce other things like OEP.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't even mention that.
No. Okay.
Let's just do some bends, and then we can bring other elements in later. Let's just do one thing at a time.
So I was trying to bring too much into the.
I just because he's not heard of this thing before, and it's like, well, we got some bends up there. Let's just go and do some bends.
Yeah.
Get limit point.
Yeah.
And then, as the lesson progresses, we could talk about OAP and bring that in. Maybe do a bit of commentary about hazard perception and stuff. Otherwise, it'd just be like lots.
So would you do a demonstration on the first go and then let them have a go, or would you let them drive straight away?
I would probably talk them through.
Yeah.
I'd agree with what to do with them. So I'd say, well, what we're going to do? Do you want to me talk you through like I did like the roundabouts last week? Talk me through. That'd be good.
Yeah.
And then we can go do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do.
Okay.
So how do you feel about giving me a briefing on limit points, bends?
What, just after what you told me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to have a go?
Yeah. Okay.
They're all coming out of their little motorbikes. They're going to be ripping it up through them fields now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so get rid of that. Don't need that. You've got in there. You've got a whiteboard. You can just draw on. So and you've got your pens.
Yeah.
So
just use that.
Rub it off and that. So I'll just for time. I know about signs because obviously I did that to sort of show you once
just
they got something wrong. I just just explore it.
Yeah, that's good.
Test them out a bit. If there's gaps in that knowledge, we need to be filling it. Don't just move on. It's like really the point I was trying to make. So I want to just be given my briefing on the bends, so you can have a practice explaining the limit point and how we do it.
Yeah.
Notice I didn't go through IPSCA on that. Didn't talk about brake gear overlaps. Too advanced.
Yeah.
Didn't talk about having a wider position to see through round the bends.
Yeah,
none of that.
I thought something that would
just stay centre of the lane. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
I've got to be able to stop. That's all I care about. You've got to be able to stop.
So just
get a gear and go around the corner.
Roads, really, isn't it?
Yeah. We're not teaching them to really to an advanced state because it's just go over their head. They'll be like, what?
Yeah.
What do you
Too
mean?
much information.
Yeah, we just want, and DVSA standard is centre of your lane anyway.
Yeah.
Roadcraft says adopt a wider position to extend your view. We're following DVSA standards.
Yeah.
We should do.
Yeah. Because
after they've written all the rules, it's their national standards.
Yeah.
I think it's their highway code, and it's their test.
So when we teach them, we teach them to that standard, not to the.
Now, if ever you do, let's just do DVSA standards. If ever you go to do, another advanced test, the IAM or ROSPA, they'll want you to drive to roadcraft.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that is advanced, isn't it? So we're not trying to teach them advanced.
We're just taking the basics.
Just keep it simple.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Good.
Right then. So you're happy to give it a go?
Give
So I become the pupil again, and you just have a practice at doing a little briefing on bends.
Yeah.
So you can just jump in and say, right, now I'm going to talk to you about bends and how you get the speed up and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay, Howard, we're going to go onto rural roads, and what we're going to do is we're going to deal with bends.
Okay.
You know how to when to reduce your speed to accommodate that bend. You know, just to make sure that we can get that limit point. Have you heard about limit points? No.
No.
So limit points. I'll just pretend I'm right. So limit points is when you're driving along, it's where you can see. Yeah. So when you're this side matches.
What of the car?
Yeah. So
What, that post?
That post. If you think about your vision, yeah, of this vehicle, the limit point is you've got one here, and then offside is further. Okay. So when you're going up to that bend, if you keep close to this side, the limit point is going to be narrow. Okay. So when
narrow.
Yeah. So if you're looking, how do you say?
Come out, Raoul.
Okay.
I'm lost.
Okay.
I'm lost. What you're trying to explain? Yeah. I obviously know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But if I was a land, I'd be like, what about this post? And what am I doing?
Yeah. Okay.
So just that might need a bit of practice.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we just need to build them into it. So right, you're driving along here.
Yeah.
So you got this hedge.
Okay.
Ask questions. How are you going to see around it? Oh, I don't know. Can't see.
Okay.
So if you're sitting there, your line of sight will kind of come along there, wouldn't it? You could sort of draw a line.
Okay. Yeah.
So you'd see there. Well, you wouldn't be able to see around. No, I wouldn't see that.
Okay.
And then your view would come out. But see these 2 points, one on the near side of the road, one's on the off side.
Yeah.
They kind of converge, don't they?
So, yeah.
You wouldn't see that. I know I wouldn't see that.
No.
So now I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Whereas you're just going, I'm like, sorry, no, you've lost me about this post, and
yeah.
I'm just like,
Okay.
what? I'm lost.
All right. Yeah.
It's
let's try
detecting
yeah.
when your pupil's lost.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're talking about, but I ain't got a clue.
No.
And you've got to keep me on the same page. And
Yeah.
it's like you running off without me.
Yeah. And left you.
It's like, it reminds me of school. Bloody hell, like doing maths. Hate maths. The teacher would just run. Everyone else is getting it, and they're all off, and they've gone on with this equation. And I'm like, still like, I'm lost. I don't know. And everyone now they're all. I'm like, do you know, I'll give up. Just
yeah. So
I don't even know what they're talking about because they've lost me.
Yeah.
But the benefit of one-to-one training is like, the teacher needs to spot that. So you're like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean. So if you go on, I'm just like disinterested now, and I'm like probably going to be a bit annoyed because I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, well, should we just drive anyway? I just
yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I've got the amp now because I don't know what the hell you're on about.
Just the body language.
So
okay.
So that
so
just
we just do it. Yeah.
We just have to make sure that pupil's engaged at every stage, and they're following you.
Yeah. All right.
It's like you don't want to run off without me because I'm lost.
Okay.
And then I'm not interested anymore.
Okay. So how we're going to be driving along this road? Along this road, can be potential bushes. Okay. Can you see? Would you be able to see around that corner?
No.
So how would we judge our speed coming up to that corner?
God, I know, just slow down.
Slow down. Yeah. So when we're looking, our line of vision is, you'll see on the near side will be the point here, and on the left side your point were here, so it'll narrow. So if we were going at this speed at 60 miles an hour,
well, the road narrows, does it?
Sorry, your vision, your line of vision narrows.
Does it?
Yeah. So your line of when we're going around the bend, you'll see the corner here, and then you'll see the other side of the road. So the near side of the road and the off side of the road. Yeah. So you'll see that'd be your near side, and that'd be your offside of where the road, you can't see around that road. So that's where the point comes. All right. So
it doesn't narrow.
No, it doesn't narrow. So don't mention.
I just thought the road's going to narrow or something.
No,
sorry.
but your vision will narrow. It'll come to a point. You won't be able to see any further around that corner.
I get that.
All right. Because if there was a vehicle behind there, then if we were...
I wouldn't see it.
No. So if we'd be going at a speed that we couldn't see, but when we get closer,
The speed I can see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I get it. Yeah,
if we're going at yeah.
Yeah, and I get those points. So I just can't see around the corner.
No. So when we get closer to this bend, it will start to open up, because then as soon as you get around to that corner, you'll see.
Oh, it's amazing.
Okay. What would you be able to see?
Just to make sure I'm following.
Yeah.
So when you get, so if that was your view there, you can see. Yeah, I get that. The narrowing, I'm like, well, how does my vision narrow?
Yeah.
Or I was a bit lost with that.
Okay.
That's why I was
Yeah,
like that.
of course.
And then so when you get here, when you're sat there, what's going to happen to your vision now? Oh, I'd see further out.
Bringing them into it.
So yes, you're going to see like there to there.
Yeah.
So that limit point's moving.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it works. So we must be at our speed, must be at its slowest point. So if there was a car there, we could stop, couldn't we? I'm like, yeah, of course, I get it. Do you mean?
Yeah. But how do you judge? How would you? I mean, obviously we know as doing it day in day out driving, but how do we now tell them what speed to be at?
We don't.
No. Okay.
What do you mean? Like say do 20 miles an hour?
Yeah, because that'd be a bit
Don't do
too
that.
fast. No.
I mean, for example, if you come up to a bend, just take another skill. How much do I need to steer to go around the bend? This much?
Yeah.
That much? That much? That much? How much?
It depends on the size of the bend, doesn't it?
But how could you tell me that?
No, not until we got to that bend.
If I was riding a push bike, could you tell me how much I need to lean to go around that bend on a bike?
No. No, you can't.
It'd be impossible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How can you tell me that? So how do people do that then?
By practicing.
They look.
Look and practicing.
They look.
Yeah.
They look round the bend.
Yeah.
And
So if they can't see it, then
they follow it.
Yeah.
They follow that point.
Yeah.
Because we, as humans, we are hunters.
Okay.
We can see something, go for it. Do you know what I mean? We see things moving. That's why our peripheral vision will pick things up. If we're looking far, if things are moving.
Right.
We see it because we are hunters. We see things.
Mm-hmm.
If they're stationary, it always reminds me of Jurassic Park. Keep still, we won't see her.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a true thing, because hunters see moving things, and we see if something's moving. Like if we're coming up and there's a little side road and a motorbike moving, a little helmet, we kind of see it.
You get that will give you a provisional vision.
Stationary and blended in, we wouldn't see it. We're just not like that.
So we say we judge each corner, each bend, to the limit we can.
Yeah. So we're not going on a number.
No.
We're going on what we can see.
Yeah.
And we've got to be able to stop.
Yeah. Okay. I'd be interested to see this in action. How you show me.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yes, okay. So the point there is just ask me more.
Ask, involve them as well. Yeah.
Say, so when you get here, draw it. Say, well, what will you see? Like, oh yeah, no, I'll see. And if I say, well, I don't know, you've got to get out of me. So, well, you're going to see more or less. Or more.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd see this side. So your line of sight is going to come through there. Then you could draw it and say, look, and you'd see that far, wouldn't you? Oh yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah. So
and then draw a little bit more, and then say you'll see that more.
So our point went from there seeing to there. And now we're here. It's moved, isn't it? We've now look at you would see the broken down car, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, of course. So that's the limit point moving.
Yeah. Okay.
The 2 points that converge move.
Yeah.
So if we're coming to a blind bend, that'd just be fixed, getting closer and closer and closer. Then you get to a point where it starts to move. Now, if that road bent right the way round, that limit point would just stay at a fixed point. We'd be close to it all the time. When it's close to it, if we were going around like a circle, it'd always be like close, like driving in fog. It's always close. Then the fog clears and we go.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Kind of like there's lots of ways you could sort of explain the same thing, like following a car. If you was on a straight bit of road and there's a stationary car, you think, oh, mirrors, slow down, slow down. Then just as you're slowing down, you're going to stop. Then he drives off. You go, oh, so you ain't going to stop now, are you? You don't need to. Now you can go and follow him at a safe distance. So that's kind of what the limit point's doing.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like we just get to the limit point and it moves, and we get to that safe gap we can stop at.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it really. Okay, so did you want to do some practical? Talk me through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Got a nice sharp bend there. Be perfect.
Okay.
So we've got a straight bit of road, bit of a dip, into a sharp left-hand bend. Pretty much. So I've just drawn it there.
Okay.
90-degree hedges.
Yeah.
And that would be good to get my speed up. I'd treat this as if it was like taking the next road on the left.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's what,
It's
I
gonna
was,
be
that's what I was thinking. That the
getting the speed right off second gear, clutch up around the bend.
Yeah.
It's going to be like really slow.
Mhm.
So yeah, so let's have a
Let's give it a go, shall we?
Oh. Let's have a go at the old cockpit a little bit.
Okay. Okay, Howard. We're gonna be moving off shortly, but I'd like you just to talk me through the cockpit drill, please.
Me talk you through?
Yeah.
Yeah. So doors are shut.
Yeah. How would you tell if doors are shut?
I kind of listen.
Yeah.
To hear that they've shut, and I can see them in the mirrors. There's no light on either.
Yeah. Good.
Right.
That's good. Good. That's good. Just before we move off, do you know what the age is for responsibility of seatbelts?
Who's responsible
Yeah.
for making sure seatbelts are on?
Yeah.
Well, the driver is for people under 14.
Okay. And but if they weren't, if an adult was not having their seatbelt on, would it be good practice just to double check to make sure they've got them on? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, would, yeah.
Good.
You have to check you've got yours on, yeah.
Good. That's good.
Right. Yeah, okay. So, what, should I get going then?
Yeah, if you're happy to get going.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll just get myself sorted out. Okay.
So, yeah, I just had to roll briefly.
Yeah.
Okay, so good, you didn't butt in.
No, I didn't button this time. I do you know what I was talking to myself in the head? Don't interrupt him. Don't interrupt him. Let him get on with it. And then, because I remember from last week, you said that I was jumping in too quickly. I wasn't letting you.
I was like undermined.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't got there yet.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just maybe, but the thing is, I did say, can you talk me through it? But you didn't. You done the doors, told me about the doors, but you didn't.
Then
You
I
carried
stopped
on.
talking to you.
So at that point, do I say, do you want to talk me through it, or?
You can ask me questions.
Yeah.
You say, so what are you seeing in your mirrors there?
Yeah,
Oh, now I want
Yeah.
to talk to you again, aren't I?
a bit like with the seatbelt, so I brought that in.
So you brought that in. Why did you bring that in?
For safety as well, being a responsible driver.
Yeah, it's a bit of Q&A, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the reason I thought you didn't bring it in is because I didn't check. I didn't look at you and check when you got your seat. I checked your door,
Yeah.
but I didn't check your seatbelt.
Mm.
And so I was just curious, would you have done that anyway? If I had gone like that and checked,
Yeah.
then you'd think, well, he's done that, hasn't he?
Yeah. He knows.
But yes, let's throw in a question.
Yeah, just
test
throwing
my
in a
knowledge.
question.
Because if you're like with that with me
because it
at
went a
the
bit
early
quiet.
stages,
Because it went a bit quiet,
yeah.
then. But I'd probably insist you talk me through that cockpit drill.
Yeah, when I go quiet, so just
Yeah.
you got to start me up again.
Yeah.
Take control
Mm.
and say, so what are you seeing in the mirrors? Oh, why do you do that? Oh no, because I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. No, she didn't adjust your steering wheel. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
So you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Ask me questions.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I
Cool.
just don't want to go from like
Yeah.
undermining this time. But
Yeah. So it is a balance. It's always a
Yeah.
balance. You don't want to.
yeah.
Too
But I
much
was
is
happy
bad.
with-
Too
yeah,
little can be bad.
I was happy with
Just
what
right.
how you've done it, and you
Yeah.
got everything right, so it's good.
That's it. So right. So we're head towards that corner. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll direct me, and you agree the level of instruction.
Yes.
Agree how we're going to do this. The shared responsibility.
Yeah.
Who's doing what?
Okay. So if we just out of roll. So if we say that you're good at driving position, is okay. You're good at checking your mirrors, observation mirrors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take me around the block and
Yeah.
get me to see the block we did last week on
Okay.
roundabouts.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you can sort of see
Yeah.
where I'm at.
Should we do that?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
you can take me on the real road, can you?
Okay. Am I
Do a
doing a
little
talk through for the roundabouts, or
Well, did I do it last week?
you did it in?
And at the start, you said I got to a good standard.
Yeah.
So how do you share responsibility for that?
I would just say I would let you deal with the roundabouts as you coped with them very well.
Yeah. Well, just agree it.
Yeah.
Don't decide it. Ask
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
Are you happy to
Are you,
do
okay?
the
Are you happy
no,
to?
yeah, no, no.
Yeah.
Well, no. Can you?
Yeah,
It's
how much
it's
help?
agreement.
Yeah, how much help do you want? Any
When
help
you go
from
into
me?
a restaurant, does the waitress say you're having this tonight? You'd be like, I ain't looked at the menu
so
yet.
I'm not.
Like,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not
oh.
telling them. Okay, so what I'm doing is
we are
yeah.
client centered.
Yeah.
We're talking to them.
Yeah.
Get an agreement.
Mm.
What do they want to
Yeah,
do?
so-
And you'll do the
okay.
same on the bend. But this is something I've done. So
I think I'm probably trying to overthink
responsibility
Yeah.
could be mine for this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I
But
was
the
going to say
bend,
you could.
oh, I ain't done that
Yeah.
before. Like, I can't what?
Yeah.
So there's this. So we're going for something I know
Yeah.
how to do.
hmm
To something I don't know how to do.
Okay. So would you like to take the responsibilities of doing the roundabouts on your own? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
reckon I'll be alright with them.
Yeah. So is there any help you need from me at all?
Well, no, just tell me if I've missed anything. But
Okay.
otherwise, I think I'm.
Yeah. Any questions
got
you
it.
want to ask me before we get up going on the roundabouts? No, you're happy.
No, I think I think we
Good.
did a good. Yeah, we really
Yeah.
did a load last week,
Good.
didn't we?
That's good.
Yeah.
So once we do the lap, we're going to go onto the road that we're going to be dealing with the bends. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So obviously we need to change the level of responsibility.
Yeah.
So what would you be happy with if we're on that road?
Like, just help me.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
would you
I've
be
not
alright
done
with?
it before,
Would you be
yeah.
alright with speed?
No,
No. Okay.
no, I think it can help.
Okay.
I wouldn't have a clue.
All right. Okay.
This
Yeah.
is what this because I'm not sure about the limit.
No.
thing.
Okay.
No.
You alright with mirrors? Checking your mirrors like you would in a normal lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Speed's quite an important thing about this bend, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's probably the bit you'd really want to help me
Yeah.
with.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I don't want to go around there too fast.
No. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to head towards the exit, Howard. Yeah. You can do what you can do before we move
Home
on.
routine.
Good. Okay. At the exit, we're going to turn left, so we're going to go towards a roundabout. Okay.
Okay.
Well done, Howard. That's good. So left at the roundabout.
Parking mode disabled.
So if I just ask you a few questions on the way, you alright with that? Yeah? Can you tell me what speed limit along here is?
30.
30 miles an hour, that's correct. Well done. That's good road position to take up there. Well done.
Yeah, cheers. Just centre in my lane, isn't it?
Yeah, centre of your lane, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay, cool, yeah.
So just around this bend, we're going to see the roundabout ahead, and we're going to be turning
Ahead?
left. No, we're going to be turning left.
Oh, okay.
You say the roundabout is. So you can see the roundabout in your view, and so we're going to turn left. No, just cancel that. That's it. Well done.
Yeah. Sorry.
Are you okay? When should we put up? Okay.
Now.
Okay, good. Well done. Where are you looking?
Right here.
Okay. You're going to have to come to a stop. That's it. Well done.
No, I was going to stop.
Well done. Is it? Yeah. Well done, Howard. Okay, so next roundabout, we're going to go straight ahead, and that'll be on the road where we're going to be dealing with the bend, okay? So once we get past this, if I take over and help you with the speed, yeah? You're okay with mirrors on, yeah? Good.
So ahead of this one, yeah?
Ahead of this one.
You're alright.
What do you think?
Seems alright.
Yeah. Okay.
Seems alright.
If there was something coming, then obviously we'd reduce the gear, wouldn't we?
Oh, would it?
So now we're on this road. You're checking your mirrors, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. What gear are you in? Without looking. Third. Okay.
Stationary car. It's a funny place to stop.
It is. What could be the potential hazards of that?
Well, they're in a dip.
Yeah. So anyone coming down that road could be a problem, couldn't it? Okay, you're into fourth gear. Well done. How do you feel about the speed? Do you want to reduce the speed now? Reduce speed now. Brake, yeah. Okay. It's a bit of a tight bit. A bit more braking, Howard. A bit more braking.
Christ. Yeah, that is sharp, isn't it? Yeah. Wow.
It's very sharp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sharp too.
Yeah, just.
Jesus.
Okay, should we reduce the
Alright.
speed a little bit, Howard?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, okay.
Probably a bit lower gear, yeah.
Okay, just reduce the speed. Is there anything behind us? No, not too much, yeah. Okay. Keep going, Howard.
I don't want to go too fast around the bend.
No, that's right. Okay. Remember what we spoke about when we were looking down the road,
Yeah.
where the road meets together? Okay,
Yeah.
your line of vision. Okay. So if you look ahead,
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm struggling hard to.
Oh, yeah, it's quite wrong. Well, we'll get up there, we'll pull up.
Yeah.
We can look at that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's a bit of a hair-raising trip round the bends, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And did you feel in control?
No.
What
I felt I should have intervened or brought in.
Well, what have you got down there?
Yeah, I should have.
Could you have slowed me down?
Yes.
Do you think you should have slowed me down?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you know I'm in roll. I'm not, yeah, a learner would have you in that field
Yeah.
if you let them,
Yeah, of
or
course.
having a head-on with a
Yeah.
car coming the other way.
Mm.
So, yeah, you're in this safety bubble that you know ultimately risk is being
Yeah.
taken care of.
Mm.
I'm not actually going to throw you into a crash. But I am role playing, and if it feels right, if you get that feeling that this
Yeah.
is not right,
Yeah.
it's not right.
No.
We'll talk about that. I'm going to go
Okay.
over here.
Yeah.
We'll have a little place just to pull up. I'm going to go off this one. So yeah, so this is a good little
Yeah.
place to do this lesson, because you've got, I don't know, what is that, 2 miles?
Yeah.
Mile and a half of a bit of country road, 3 bends, 2 sharp, 1 not so sharp, and then it's done.
Mm.
And then we've got a little place to turn to go do it again.
Yeah.
So this is like a route plan. And if you're teaching someone bends,
This would be
you can,
ideal, would it?
and you know, like with the roundabouts, that repetition
Yeah.
is good, isn't it?
Yes,
Going
it is.
round,
Yeah.
round. Then I get into the groove.
Mm.
If I can get into the groove with these bends,
Yeah.
then once I've like got my limit point and know what I'm doing, then you can take me off to
A bit,
route
yeah.
that's changing. Because if you think of it, you know, like that route you showed me earlier. It's just a big old. Yeah, I don't know how many miles that was or how long that would take to do it. It's like the goalposts are changing all the time.
Yeah.
For someone who's beginner, to get a bend under their belt and understand it and be able to practice on the same bit of road.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
No,
Because then
it comes clearer now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can. I get it now. I get it now. So then when I get it, say, well, what we're going to do now? We're going to go out on some bends you haven't done and apply what you've just learned to some more bends.
Makes sense.
And then you could delegate that more to me, and ultimately I'd get some wrong.
Yeah.
Too slow, too fast, and it's like, come on, limit point, you know, to get me on it. So so that's kind of how the lesson goes. So just to start it, it's a nice little bit of route we've got sandwiched. I'm not in roll.
Okay, sorry.
but no, sorry. But no, you're right. You're right. Why did you tell me to turn the engine off?
Because it's illegal to leave it idling, isn't it?
It is in Norwich.
It's in London. Yeah.
Anyway, no, you're right to say that. So yeah, so let's review. So we did the roundabouts.
Was that all right?
Well, I was going to ask you, how did your people do?
Good.
Yeah. Don't make any mistakes.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah. You made one mistake with the indicator, when you, and then I said you no.
Yeah.
Corrected you.
So
intervene there.
There's a fault.
Yeah.
When you get a fault, what?
And then what did I then did talk about it, didn't I?
Did you?
I said, when should we put an indicator on? But what I should have said is why. But the thing is because we're getting closer to that roundabout, I didn't want to talk about it too much. It was too much asking you questions, and I'm thinking that he needs to deal with the roundabout. Because you said to me, don't overload them when they're about to deal with a potential hazard.
Yeah. Okay.
So I didn't want to just basically.
But what are the stages? Okay, their timing is important. I get that.
Yeah.
So once you've identified a fault, what
we analyse it
and
then we remedy it.
Merge it. So that's like the key things.
Yeah.
I nearly said the core things, the core competencies. They used to be.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. So yeah. So you intervened verbally.
Yeah.
Good. No. You needed to. Was I causing anyone any potential risk or danger by signalling too early?
No, because there was no one around.
There was no one around. But you're right. It's more serious though, isn't it? If it's like there's a car potentially going to come out and put it in front of me. So so you've intervened. Well, don't do that. And then you could just sort of what I would have just said there is so because I'm trying to think. I went signal, and you went, oh, don't signal there.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, and then I put it on the right place. And I would just say, what would you do differently there? I said, oh no, I'd signal past that junction. Yeah, and why? Because it's confusing. As we come up to
thinking that
just nice.
Once you've got maybe dealt with that roundabout, when we was on that straight, do you think could I put it in then?
Or there?
Yeah, just when it's a bit more. But obviously, before we get, because obviously the speed is picking up, because we're doing 40 and we'll be at that roundabout. But I think to myself, looking back, I could have just probably brought that in then and just say, what's the importance.
You could just get it in, like, why? Why would that be a bad place to signal? What would you do differently then? I'm like, oh yeah, because I got it. As soon as I did it, when you said it, I went, oh yeah, I know what I've done. Yeah. I knew what I did.
So if they say, I know what I did, is there no point saying to them, what's the reason? Because obviously they know why.
Well, I would still want to hear it. I'd say, so what's the possible risk if you signal too early? Oh, well, someone could be confused, pull out in front of me.
Okay.
So what are you going to do differently next time?
Yeah.
Signal later?
Because they could be thinking about it, and then before we know it, we're up to that roundabout, because that is a very short distance. And I was just thinking.
So you might. Depends on when you ask me. If If I'm a blank, like, oh, I don't know what I did, what and why,
Mm.
then that's reason to have a little discussion, a little
Yeah.
pull up and say, well, talk
Yeah.
about, do that again.
Yeah.
This is why it's important. But, oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, I know. I didn't
So
realise.
instead of when I said,
But I did realise.
So when I said, okay, we're going to go over the next roundabout, if that would have been an issue, then possibly go around again, pull him in. Yeah.
Yeah, if there was a gap in my knowledge.
Yeah, of course.
If there's a gap in my knowledge, skills, understanding, skills, knowledge, understanding, it's like worth doing. In terms of directions, happy with the directions?
Yeah.
Okay, there was a little bit of confusion.
Which one?
You said ahead at the roundabout,
Yeah.
and I went, oh, ahead?
You picked that up.
Oh, no,
yeah,
left.
Yeah.
So-
When I said ahead of you will be the roundabout, but I said I shouldn't have used ahead because that can be confused with.
That is
Okay,
confusing.
yeah.
Do that on a part 3. Your directions are unclear.
Yeah. Okay.
They will
Yeah,
mark
that's
you
good
for
to
that.
know.
So it'd be, okay, Howard, at the roundabout,
Mm.
I'd like to turn
Yeah.
left.
Keep it basic.
But if once you put in a head in there,
Yeah.
ahead at the roundabout, I'd like to turn left.
Yeah.
So that means to me, I'll go ahead at the roundabout and then turn left.
Yeah.
But so I went ahead
Yeah.
to
Because
prompt you,
But a learner might just go.
and
straight
then
ahead.
just like, right, okay, yeah. So I heard ahead and
Yeah.
left. Okay, yeah, got it. And then they're
Yeah.
going ahead, and you're like, why aren't you signalling? I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you on about? I'm going
Yeah.
ahead. Then it's
Be clear.
confused.
Yeah.
So I prevent the confusion to make you think, oh,
Mm.
no, I've just said something wrong.
Mm.
It's like a little electric plug
Yeah.
going, zzz. Like you just think, oh,
No, it's good.
damn it, I just
But then
did
I
something wrong.
realised where I was, where I'd gone wrong, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
But your learners don't prod you.
No.
I will have to stop doing that at some point
Yeah,
as
of
we get
course.
near the end,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
and then what I would do
Hopefully
later
I won't
on,
be doing that anyway.
I will go ahead at the roundabout,
Yeah. And then
and then
see.
look from a left,
Yeah.
okay, and you'll be like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, well, I'm sure that's what you said.
Yeah. Of course.
And then you learn from. See, I'm being
Too kind.
proactive with
yeah.
you to nip it in the bud.
Mm.
Later on, it'll be too late, and I will go the wrong way,
Yeah.
and you'll
That's
be like,
fine.
"No, I definitely said left."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I think you said ahead and then
Yeah.
left."
Yeah.
I think.
No, but that's you're right. I can't be doing that on
Yeah.
a test or standards check.
So yeah, so there you go. So that was the
No.
just that was there.
No,
we
yeah.
just talked about
So
going
was
around the
it
block
just the two faults
directions.
that you bought? 2 faults that were.
Well, you bought in a fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
deliberately. Thanks for that, just so I could spot it,
Yeah.
analyse it, and remedy it.
Mhm.
Cheers. So if I can't analyse and remedy, I can jump in, but I can't do that on the move because you're in roll.
Mm.
Be weird if the pupil started giving you a lecture on how I give directions.
Yeah. Yes.
So I have to wait to hear, I have to remember it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, in roll,
Mm.
you could have talked about the timing of the signal
Yeah.
and why.
Okay.
And I would have known. It would have been a quick, easy
Yeah,
fix.
yeah,
It would have
yeah.
been, you wouldn't have to go around again. I would have
No.
gone, no, yeah, I know. Yeah, someone come out in front of me could be dangerous. I
Yeah.
knew that. I just made. So what you did? Well, I need to look further up the road and sort of avoid doing that because I need to be more responsible, don't I, for this?
Yeah.
Because one day I'll do that and you won't be able to tell me.
Hmm.
That's why that one wants to go.
Okay.
So then we get to the bends, and we kind of briefly talked about it on as we were driving when we come out of roll. So yeah, so I've gone far too fast
Yeah.
into a bend. I don't understand the limit point. Who was responsible for
Me.
speed?
Me.
So
Yeah.
I wasn't responsible for that because I don't know really what to do. Weren't sure.
No.
And then so once I've gone around them 2 bends really quick, the third bend, which I could have gone round quicker,
Yeah. You went
I
slow.
went really slow. Didn't
Yeah.
I? So I was the polar opposite
Yeah.
of what you wanted to do.
Mm.
So I was too fast and too slow, and there were just 3 bends.
Yeah.
So how do we stay in control and fix that? There's prevention.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I would go with.
Yeah.
We want to prevent it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't prevent it,
Parking mode enabled.
there's intervention, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you could have said, Howard, brake, slow down, slow down, slow down.
Yeah.
Right, no. Then it gets to a point where you take
Well,
control.
yeah.
You cannot let me go around that bend
No.
that quick.
No, 'cause
That's
there
proper
could have been-
quick.
There could have been another vehicle coming around the corner.
Yeah. no, we're on a, obviously,
It's still.
I don't know how dramatic that look in the video. The stuff went shooting across the back seat. I mean, I went around there quick. But I would say, for the sake of safety, and because as a responsible role player, I have to still be within the boundaries of safety. I still actually do have to be able to stop, But it would have been a hard old stop. And at that point,
behind us,
and I wouldn't have done that with something behind. So we had nothing behind. So I've assessed the risk to be able to do that fault.
Which is
keep
good for me to see.
Me, and everyone else safe. So it's kind of managed. I might just move up a little bit, get away from the driveway, just to give them a bit of room. So prevention. So that's why we agree the level of instruction to prevent. So look at that little dog. Just looking out the window at us.
He said, I've seen him on YouTube.
So prevention. So what do you need to do differently then to stop that happening?
Get you to reduce your speed sooner.
You need to instruct.
I need to say.
I know it sounds obvious.
Yeah.
But you need to tell me what to do. Howard, slow down.
Yeah.
I won't slow down enough. Howard, more.
Yeah.
More.
Be a bit more sterner, And then
if I don't,
bring in the brakes.
You get the speed off. Yeah, because I obviously don't get this limit point, do I?
No.
Just because I see it on a page, doing it in reality is like, oh, okay, right. So do you want me to offer you
a demonstration?
Yeah, I'm just thinking how to do that. Do we swap?
No, not after last time. That's terrible.
Or should I just drive?
You drive, and
as the learner.
Yeah.
And tell myself what to do.
Yeah, and I can see that.
Okay.
By sitting in this position.
I'm going to tell myself what to do.
Yeah,
I'm going to, and I'm going to. I'll do it as if the instructor had to brake as well.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, because it shouldn't be needed. It's with good instruction.
Yeah.
The pupil, unless they're like got.
Should I bring in the brakes? Should I do that bit?
No, because the instruction's going to be.
Yeah.
Unless you can do that when we go and you do it, then yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But it'd just be.
You're doing it.
Confusing. It's it's confusing enough as it is for me.
Yeah.
Driving and telling me what to do.
Okay. All right.
With you jumping on the brakes, just might be like.
Yeah.
Especially as what we're doing is potentially risky. If you stamp on the brake halfway through a bend, I'm like, no, I didn't want you to do that.
No, that's cool.
Because I'm going to be saying, Howard, brake, and if you start, just to get messy.
All right.
But I would rather not
that's
open that little can of worms. So this would be my talk for. Okay, so right, Howard, obviously there's no warm up lap with the roundabouts, so we're going to go and roll. We're going to go and do the country road. Going to introduce you to a couple of bends. Well, it's 3 bends actually, and we're going to look at these limit points. And so I'll give you a full talk through.
Yeah.
And what that means is I will tell you when to start preparing for the bends.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, just like I did last week, the roundabouts, I'm going to ask you to check your mirrors. I'm going to ask you maybe to ease off the gas, maybe to show your brake lights if you've got vehicles behind. We're going to bring in the brakes. We're going to get all that speed off. We're going to be looking at the limit point. We're going to keep bringing that speed off to a speed we could stop at within the distance seen to be clear. We're going to imagine all these bends we've got today, there's a broken down car just out of your sight, literally just round that corner. Okay. So we're going to get all that speed off. Once that view opens up, we're going to finish the braking. We're going to get a lower gear, and we're going to drive around the corner. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Happy with that? Yeah, I'm happy with that. You don't have to answer. You know, I'm talking to myself. Okay. It's weird, I know.
Okay, before you want to do that, do you want to... Is it one? Do you want to stop that and then do from now part 2 bit?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, that's good.